Oh boy, Justice League coming to 4K. No, not the Snyder Cut Justice League. No, it's that other one. Yeah, that piece of crap that was in theaters back in 2017. Yeah, the Justice League. Warner Brothers, in their brilliance, decided to announce that. Yeah, you can get that. So, okay, it's this movie they got laying around. They've already released it in Blu-ray. Why not do this and, make that available? There's probably a lot of stuff in their catalog. They're just going through the list, It's probably yet another sign that there will be no Snyderverse, despite the demand. Now, the Zack Snyder's Justice League, in a lot of ways, was successful. It did bring in subscribers. It did make some coin. It's pretty much a majority of agreement that it's of course better than what you got in the theaters way back when, and all of that. And it has received a lot of praise, and by all accounts appears to be the best DCEU film that Zack Snyder did. Probably better than Man of Steel. Batman versus Superman, of course, is the one that everyone gets upset about. And I think even if they saw the full director's cut, it's kind of the similar thing here, except Zack did cut under orders that one, and was still involved with it, unlike this case. But it just wasn't as cohesive a movie, and I think that was the bigger problem. It just functions as this in between thing that was supposed to lead to other films. But it, basically Warner Brothers panicked and dropped the ball on the whole thing. And that's, and here we are. But the Justice League film that he did, it does have a very cohesive narrative. And there's, time spent on character development for just about every character in there. That was necessary. Certainly the Justice League members, they all got their stories more fleshed out. And even the villain that you did, of course, Darkseid steals the show, but the main villain being Steppenwolf, he much better, and not just because of his look, but the character development and all that. So it's hands down is the better one. The problem is the situation that exists and the nastiness that occurred between the two camps there. And it it looks like it's about the same, and maybe in some ways, can't be worse, but the same as what happened over at Lucasfilm over Star Wars and all that. And it's just, I guess it's just the nature and environment of movie studios in Hollywood. And so bridges are burnt, and no matter what, not going to push forward with that because everybody's fees are hurt. And there's nastiness on both sides to a certain extent here. For the most part, Snyder was looking like the better guy, except for that snotty thing he did to Geeks and Gamers, which, man, that's always going to stick like a thorn in my side. Oh, man, if he just hadn't done that. Then there was that craziness of Ray Fisher, starting off with legitimate grievances that he had, and certainly seeing what happened to his character, although I thought his performance in the theatrical release was fine, but he had way more story in the Zack Snyder version, so I can understand him being upset about that. And, of course, Joss Whedon being an a-hole on the set, which I totally believe. And, and that was nothing new. I've heard that stories about him before all of this. And so, and it's just about everybody agrees, that that's what happened. But then it just spiraled down into stuff, and he's just going on and on about a bunch of hearsay that he himself did not witness. His Joss Whedon encounters, that's, he did witness that. He was there, And then it just got worse and worse, and basically appears to have just ruined his career. as far as big budget movies, certainly for Warner Brothers for the moment anyway, and all of that. So, but the Warner Brothers, what they did and how they lied about it, that Joss Whedon was coming in to finish Zack Snyder's movie for him because they were good friends. All of this while Zack left because of what happened to his daughter. It's just, Warner Brothers still holds the crown for being even more nasty than anyone else in all of this. And that's just rotten. And then, Zack Snyder's name is on this piece of crap hodgepodge Frankenstein version of his movie. It's just, it would have been best in everyone's interest to just pretend this movie never happened and forget about it. But they still want to refer to it as canon as if they're, I mean, because they got Aquaman, they had Wonder Woman, but the sequel was crap. If Aquaman 2 is crap, then I guess that's it. They still got this Flash movie they're doing, which I think is going to be the retcon of everything. I don't know why they would even want to hold on to this piece of crap, because I don't see the Justice League versus Legion of Doom, which appeared to be their idea for a sequel to that one. Nobody likes that film, so here they are putting that out there. Well, they put the trailer on YouTube, and oh well, let's see the reaction. And if the comments are still allowed, since I last looked at it, it's all restore the Snyderverse, restore the Snyderverse. And so I said, hey, come on, it's business. It's a no-brainer. But apparently personal spite between the groups here holds sway. But, he said, well, Daddy AT&T could come in and order it. But apparently, I don't know, maybe people would quit over it and stuff, and that's what caused trouble for them. I don't know why, but my guess is, and I said this at the outset, that I was dubious of the Snyderverse being restored, even with the release of the Snyder Cut. And I felt that it was an unfair burden put on Snyder Cut, but that it couldn't just do well, which I clearly think it by all accounts, it did. I know there's just some outlets, but I can't really tell what their metrics are and haven't. And, this is, oh, well, Mortal Kombat did better. Well, maybe it did. Of course, it had the advantages of theaters as well. So I can't see, again, with the metrics, how are you judging that and that sort of thing. But still, all of it has been rather positive, just for the film itself on its own. But it needed to basically, as I put it in previous videos, leap Mount Everest in a single bound. And that's the unfair burden that's upon it. But had it done something like that and just overwhelmed the Warner Brothers with the positive reaction to it and the desire for more, because I'm not sure that yet another hashtag campaign will be enough for that. It would have taken just this massive, subscriptions to HBO Max for this. And perhaps it could have achieved this had they kept with the original idea of turning it into a miniseries. But my guess is talks broke down so badly between the groups that they put a smiley face on it on the outside, but behind the scenes it must be just nasty. Because something happened there, so because it had been the 4-part miniseries, it would have dragged it out a little, and it might have gained a few more and gotten more buzz and stuff like that. Perhaps, but still may not have achieved what I said would be leaping Mount Everest in a single bound. So, oh well, what will they do in the meantime? Well, of course, we're going to have identity politics in Superman. Won't that be great, with Bad Robot coming in, which of course Bad Robot uses because they don't have any ideas. So they shield it with identity politics and call you a racist or a misogynist or whateverist if you don't like their films. They don't really care what they're about or what they are. It doesn't matter. It's just an IP to exploit because they can't generate any of their own. Haven't in quite some time. which would be fine if they had great ideas, but they don't. And that's that. Yeah, I guess the best new thing to come, hopefully, would be the Batman film, and we'll see how that turns out. But the rest of it, I don't know. Because even the Flash movie just looks like a cameo fest. And maybe Aquaman 2 will be good. But that's about it. All right. So as far as I keep hearing rumors about the Batman with Ben Affleck's Batman, and perhaps Henry Cavill can still be Superman in The Rock's movie because The Rock can hold sway. But that's about as good as it gets. I had problems with Snyder's ideas here and there, but so far his was better than the other ideas. His really bad idea about the sequels was this romance between Batman and Lois, which kind of is at odds with what you see going on in the Snyder Cut. So I don't know how much of that was the solidified idea. These are the notes they jotted down, and the outline they had for the overall story. And there's certainly time to rewrite that, especially since it's all been laid out. So a movie without surprises, you might want to change that around. That would be something I would want to see eliminated. But for the rest of it, yeah, let's see it. But not going to happen. I really don't think so. And that's unfortunate. But it wouldn't be so bad if I thought, well, we'll give someone else a shot. No, I'm afraid not. So, yeah, I think the best hope is that Matt Reeves does a good Batman movie, and that's about it. So, yeah. So there you go, Justice League in 4K. Oh boy, aren't you excited? Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.